Hey guys, I'm Sam with Fall Obsession. I'm out here at Cinnamon Creek Archery today in North Texas, shooting my bow on the 3D archery course. It's Texas, it's hot, I'm sweaty. I apologize for that, guys, but I wanted to take a few minutes to talk to you guys about the bow sight that I'm running this year. I'm shooting the CBE Engage Hybrid. This is an absolutely awesome sight. I've shot it last year and then again this year, so I want to give you guys my thoughts on what makes this my sight of choice. First off, for me, it's about durability. I put these things through the ringer. Last year up in Montana, we had 6 days of spot and stock pronghorn. This thing got drugged through the dirt, the mud, the weeds, the snow, all sorts of different conditions. It got beat up, and yet the adjustments held. It never once got knocked off. It was tried and true the entire time, and that says something to me. If it can hold up in those conditions and under that kind of stress, which it absolutely did. It's a metal design, very durable. Like I said, the adjustments hold, very thick pins. It's a very well designed sight, designed for the bow hunter who is active and out there moving around. Next for me is going to be the adjustability of this sight and being able to specifically customize this sight to me and how I shoot my bow. So the CBE Engage Hybrid offers the dovetail system, which is basically this bar right here that allows you to place the sight farther away from your bow or closer to, however you prefer, whatever's best for you. It also has the second and third axis adjustments so that you can adjust your sight for when you're shooting at elevated angles. Again, it's just a tuning mechanism that allows you guys to specifically tune this thing into how you shoot. If you want more information on the second and third axis adjustment, we have another video on our YouTube channel specifically about adjusting the second and third axis on this sight. So go check that out if you're interested. It also has the micro adjustment capabilities for when you're sighting in. So as you know, when you sight in your bow, your first adjustment, which is normally 20 yards, is going to be moving the entire housing. So you have micro adjustment capabilities so that you can sight in without even using an Allen key or anything and really fine tune that into exactly where it needs to be. Very small movements. The only thing that you would need an Allen screw for sighting this thing in are your individual pins. Those will take an Allen screw, but everything else is adjustable based on just locks and knobs on the sight itself. I can't forget about your sight tape, which is what you use for long range shooting. So the particular sight that I have set up is a 5-pin sight. So I have it sighted in, fixed pins for 20 through 60 yards. I put my sight tape on 60. I know that bottom pin is on 60. The second that I turn this thing and start adjusting that on down to 70, 80, 90, 100, that is what my bottom pin is at that point. So that sight tape allows me to really stretch out my distance for those long range western shots on elk, mule deer, like I said, pronghorn. So this sight is really built for somebody who is going to be shooting at those longer distances. Finally, I'm going to talk about visualization. It has a very bright sight housing ring. The bubble is very visible and your pins are very bright with the fibers looping around here on top of your housing. This way it holds light longer the more fiber that you have in there. You also do have a sight light if you choose to use it when shooting in low light conditions. But the visualization on this bow is very good. It's very easy to pick up your pins. I personally went with a green, red, green, red, green instead of having a yellow in there. That's just something that I picked up from trial and error basically. I can't see the color yellow as well on my target, so I go with green and red pins from that point on. So if you're struggling with something like that, that might be something to look into in changing the color of your pins, but break it up so that you can tell the difference between the different distances. Again, I have a 5-pin sight here. A lot of guys run similar concepts to this, or this exact same sight for that matter, with a 3-pin sight. It's probably the most popular. I went with the 5-pin because the way I look at it, my target that's 60 yards or under could potentially be moving pretty quickly. And if I'm trying to shoot something farther than 60 yards, it's going to need to be still enough for me to make that adjustment. So those are some of my initial thoughts on the sight. Those are some of the things that I particularly look for in a bow sight and that really attracted me to this one. If you're not into long range shooting, CBE does offer the same sight build just without the adjustment tape or anything like that. So it's just a 3, 4, 5 fixed pin sight. No long range adjustment capabilities or anything like that. So again, if you want the sight but you don't want that option, you can get it without that option. As far as the price point, it's on the higher end of the spectrum. I'm not gonna lie, bow hunter to bow hunter, but it's an investment is how I look at it. And it's an investment for a sight that is gonna stay on your bow for years to come, no matter what bow you have. So I encourage you guys to go check it out. The CBE Engage Hybrid. CBE makes awesome products in general, so go to their website, custombowequipment.com. See what they have, see if they got a sight that's right for you. Test it out, let me know. If you got any questions, drop them in the comments below. Thanks, guys.